What is up, people? This is your boy Jay. I am here with another episode of Table Talk. And in this episode of Table Talk, we're going to be talking about father teachers. It is very important that us men as fathers, we teach our children as much as we can, as much as possible, man. It's very important to teach your things, man. Your kids things that's very important to their lives, man. And I know most people that follow me on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, you see I've started this father teacher series where when my kids come to the house, come home, I teach them outside of school, stuff that I know that the school system, the public school system is not teaching them. I teach myself, teaching them about the table of elements, teaching them about black history, true black history, not the what I want to say, the whitewashed version of black history, but the true black history. Teaching them basics, things like writing their names, reading, spelling, things like that, stuff that they need to be learning at home, period. So I think it's very important that we teach our children, especially as men, because when you look at the school system now, there's more than 70% of teachers that are women. 70% of the school teachers are women. It's like there's a scarcity of men teachers nowadays, and part of that got something to do with a lot of assaults and stuff that do go on in schools with some of these male teachers and whatever. I mean, it happened mostly with female teachers too, so let's correct that. So that's why I prefer teaching my children at home. That's why I prefer taking my children out of the public school system and having them homeschooled, And while they're learning school online and things like that here at home, there's other things that I can teach them that they're not being taught, about themselves in the history of our people, other than just slavery. You know what I mean? But most fathers don't really get enough credit for teaching the children, because I don't see a lot of you females sitting at home teaching your kids anything. And as a matter of fact, y'all teaching y'all kids how to be pieces of shit like most of y'all. And I'm just gonna say that the stuff that they see y'all do and say, they learn it. So it's just like this. A question was asked about why do most young men become disrespectful to single mothers or be disrespectful. Well, first of all, think about the shit that most of you females say around your kids, especially your sons. If you one of them bitter ass females who think that everything's supposed to go her way because she's a woman, reality check. Don't nothing go your fucking way, okay? Just because you're a woman, don't nothing go your way, okay? And I wish most of you black women would stop that stupid shit, thinking that everything goes your way or everything is about you because you're a woman, okay? We all understand that. We get that, okay? It's not about you. You're not the fucking prize to be won, okay? Let's clear that up. Second, the things that you say around your son about men, and you forget that he's going to grow up to be a man one day. Y'all forget this shit. And then you wonder why he's disrespectful and he acts the way he acts, because he's been around you most of his fucking life with no male figures to actually train him or teach him how to be a man. Because all he heard most of his life was terrible shit about men because of your poor choices of the men that you picked to be with, that you chose to lay down and give your body to. Okay? Shit didn't work out, and you bashing and trashing and talking shit about the men that you chose to lay down and give your damn body to, and now he's the product of that, and he has to hear that shit. Okay? And one day he's going to grow up to be a man, and then he got to hear another female talk the same stupid shit that you talked when he was a kid. And then you wonder why. So y'all got to start understanding, man, that the things that you teaching your kids, man, comes from you. You teaching them this bullshit. You know what I mean? I don't do the dad teacher series to prove anything to anybody because I don't have shit to prove to nobody. I do it as a motivation for the brothers out here in the manosphere to start being more active in their children's lives. See, I teach my kids all kinds of things, how to work on cars, how to do all kinds of stuff, man. Because my father taught me. I had a father that taught me, you know. And I give all honor to my dad and respect to him and reverence to him because I wouldn't have learned half the shit that I learned that I know without him. You know? So I give all the honor and praise to my father because my dad is the man that taught me all the stuff that I know. And in turn, I'm taking those things and expanding more upon what he taught me to teach my children. So it is important for the brothers that y'all get more active in your kids' lives and start teaching them things, man. Other than the stupid shit about being on the street, being a hood nigga, being a thought bitch, and all this dumb shit that's going to land them in jail or in the grave. Brothers, we got to do a better job, too. You got to start teaching your kids some real shit, man. Start teaching them things about history, man. Because guess what? When you're teaching them about history and things like that, you're learning also, man. The table of elements is a very big, important part of science, man. I teach my kids the table of elements, man, because I learned the table of elements. That's why I do, each week we work on a new element. We learn the things about the elements, because this is what makes up the world, man. And it's very important that they know these things. Like I said, history, outside of slavery and all this other whitewash bullshit that they teach us in school or the shit that they don't want you to know. It's important that you teach your kids these things, man. And I'm saying this to the fathers, man, because I don't see most of the women doing this shit at home because they too busy on the phone gossiping or on social media worried about what the fuck somebody else got going on in their lives. Y'all need to be active in your kids' lives too. Problem with that is most of y'all don't know shit outside of the stupid shit that you already know. So if you don't know something, you can teach it, but you can also learn it in the process too, man. It's a lot of things I didn't know, man. It's a lot of things I didn't know. You know what I mean? But once I studied those things and made those things become part of my life, I was able to teach my kids these things because what we're looking for is better outcomes. That's the whole goal, man. Better outcomes. So brothers, man, y'all get on y'all shit, man, and teach y'all kids these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Helping them with their homework is one thing, my man. Teaching them shit other than what the public school system teach them, man, that's a big plus, man, because you're giving your kids a big advantage, man. You're giving them a big advantage. And for some of you females who ain't got the time to teach your kids nothing, I don't know what to tell you. These teaching lessons is something to motivate people. Okay, like I said, it's nothing for me to prove because I don't have shit to prove to nobody. Fuck you. That's how I feel about you. Eat dog shit and die. That's what I'm gonna say to you. But I do what I do because it's very important to me as a father to be more active in my kids' lives than anything, man. Because I don't want my kids growing up to be like most of these ghetto kids out there because they got parents who don't give a shit about their kids, okay? Until something fucking happens to them out here in the goddamn streets. And now you want to say that your kid was this angel or they was this good kid and they was this, that, and the other. How the fuck do you know when you ain't been teaching your kid anything positive or productive and all they see around you is fucking stupid shit? And then they go out here in the world and project the fucking stupidity that they learn in the house and they ass catch a fade, for real. So let's think about that for you women who ain't spending no time teaching your kids nothing, man. And then you don't have to broadcast it on social media, nobody to show nobody that you're teaching your kids. Teach them behind the scenes. Like I said, the results will show, man. The results will show. So that's what's most important. The results that you get from your kids learning. And there's always results from learning, man. Like I said, the results of these kids learning the stupid shit that they learn from most of these stupid ass parents, the result is death or in jail. That's the result right there. We can turn all of that around, man. We can turn that around. It don't have to be death in prison, man. That don't have to be the outcome of our kids because of the stupid shit that we teach them or we allow them to learn, man. That don't have to be it, man. Brothers, get more active in your children's lives, man. Start teaching them some things, man. Brothers, get in books, man. Learn some stuff about your history, man. And quit being a bunch of dumbass niggas hanging on the corner with a bunch of other dumbass clown ass niggas that don't know nothing, no more than you, man. Get the fuck off the street corners, man. And get into your kids' lives, man. And start teaching them some productive and positive shit, man. Other than how to be motherfucking niggas with their pants hanging off their ass with guns and shit and running from the motherfucking cops. Teach them something more positive and productive, man. If you didn't have nobody to teach you, that's fine. You can teach yourself in the process of teaching your kids, man. But get y'all dumbasses off these motherfucking street corners and these blocks, man, and do something positive and productive with your children, man. Because when something happens to you, you take that away from them, guys. Because ain't no man gonna come in and love and teach your kids the way you can, man. Don't no other man want to come in and do that, man. Really. Tell you the truth, don't no man want to really come in and take no responsibility of no other nigga. They don't want to. They really don't want to, man. They really don't want to. It's just like in the Lion Kingdom, man. When the lion comes and takes over the pride, and all the cubs that's in the pride are not his, he kills those cubs. Because he's not going to raise them. Okay? And this is in the animal kingdom. I'm not saying y'all have to do that because, no, don't do that shit. That's only part of the animal kingdom. Don't do that dumb shit. But the thing of it is, what I'm saying is that another man don't want to have to come in and take over the responsibility of another man. You dig? But brothers, you need to get active in your kids' lives. And for you goofy, bitter ass bitches who keep lying to these kids about their fathers because your stupid ass man, because you don't want your childish ass, y'all need to cut that stupid shit out too. That's another topic right there. We gonna definitely touch on that in another topic, okay? But the topic here is about father teachers and brothers. Y'all get active in your kids' lives and start teaching them some things, man. See what they learning in public schools or school system. If it's stuff that they're not teaching them, man, you fill in those gaps and teach them, man. And give your kids an advantage, man. Give them an advantage, man. And I'm not saying put your kids in fucking white schools too, because that ain't no advantage, man. You ain't doing it to make your kids stick out like a sore goddamn thumb. So don't do that shit, man. If you have to, man, homeschool them, man. I prefer that over anything, man. There are plenty good schools out there. For a prime example, my brother Q Butter, man. Shout out to Q Butter. Jaye Institute, man. If y'all want to learn some real stuff you want to learn some stuff, man, look that brother up, man. Q Butter, man. He's on YouTube, man. Jaye Institute, man. Shout out to that brother Q Butter for Jaye Institute. That's one of the best schools. If you want your kids to learn, man, send them to Jaye, man. Send your kids to Jaye. If you want your kids to go homeschooling, send them to Jaye Institute, man. And love, peace, black power. I'm out.